Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now today I'm going to be talking about some more information that we have about the up and coming social sandbox MMORPG game called Pax Dei. It's being created and made in Unreal Engine 5 by the development team called Mainframe. They're a Scandinavian team. They've been working on this game for a very long time, like the concept and the idea. And yeah, this is looking to be a really good MMORPG. So fingers crossed. There's going to be an alpha in the next coming few months or so. So I urge you to sign up on the website if you want to be involved in that. And so yeah, let's get into these questions and answers. So this is about the whole gameplay aspect of the game. So when will we be able to see more gameplay? And they've said we're very eager to show you more examples of gameplay, but at the same time we want to share examples of stable gameplay features that are ready for player feedback. No smoke and mirrors. So they're going to be pacing themselves, and over the next coming months they're going to show us like little tricklets of gameplay. So that's really good, because we don't want them to rush and show us some, you know, really early poor gameplay, because people will judge the game even in a pre-alpha stage. It happens all the time. So yeah, that's good to hear. Now, will PvP be strictly opt-in? Meaning, will you be able to flag on and off like New World, for example? And they have said, we want to make PvP feel more dynamic and more about social structures, roles and positions of power in a player-formed community, instead of just a static PvP toggle or zone restrictions. We don't want PvP to feel like a separate mode, and they don't want to create a gap between PvE and the PvP players. So PvP should be an integral part of the world and economy. We plan to offer players interesting and meaningful ways to opt in and dip their toes in PvP. So what they're trying to say is they want to marry PvP and PvE together by creating opportunities for both to bring value to the party. So whether that's you're on the front lines doing the battle yourself, or whether you're a PvE player and you're creating the best gear for all the PvP players. So that way you're still taking part in the war that is going on and the conflict, but you're not essentially, you know, on the front lines if you're not comfortable doing that. So that's really good to hear. The Heartlands will be restricted from PvP fights though. So that's like the main hub, the city. You can't fight in the Heartlands, which is fine, that's fair enough. But outside the Heartlands, players will have various options to choose if and how they want to experience PvP, and how much they're willing to risk in doing so. So that is really good. We'll touch upon that in a little bit later. So basically, what they're trying to say is, will PvP be full loot? There'll be value loss in PvP, and players will be able to decide how much they're willing to risk for the greater reward. However, they weren't ready to share the full details on PvP loot at this moment in time. So that's what I'm saying. So you're going to be able to risk. It sounds like you're going to be able to choose what to risk. So does that mean you just drop whatever's in your inventory, or does it mean you drop gear? That's what I'm not too sure upon. But either way, that sounds interesting to me. Now, will Pax Dei use any kind of fast travel system? The game will feature different ways to get around, but as with many other parts of Pax Dei, there'll be limitations and trade-offs when you use them. The goal is not to trivialize travel and the logistics involved, but to offer a way to play most content and join your friends within a reasonable amount of time. So I'm assuming, looking at this from face value, that is taking out any fast travel like teleportation. So no like instant teleport from here to there, because that would trivialize the whole idea. So I'm assuming mounts and maybe naval like traversal, who knows. The next question was about NPCs. You won't find any of the traditional MMO NPC cities, quest givers or NPC vendors in the world, but you'll find a wide selection of creatures and AI enemies in PvE. Players will inhabit the lands, they'll build the towns, handle trading, crafting, etc. But just because there isn't any NPC quest givers does not mean there'll be no quest-like content. The world will be filled with lore, mysteries that require exploration, deduction, and collaboration. So basically you have to actually go out and examine the world, look for notes, look for lore to do the quests, instead of just going to quest giver number 1, go and kill these wolves and come back to me. So that's really, really good. How many races can we play? An elf or an angel, for example? As a player, you will only be able to play a human, but you'll be able to customize with various traits to make them unique in your own. This is part of our low fantasy or medieval fantasy approach. But with regarding the creatures, friendly or less friendly, they want to take their time to introduce those, and if they're being fully honest, they want to keep some stuff secret, which is always good. At the very least, they told us that some of them will be humanoid and some of them will not be humanoid. So that's really, really cool. And then they touch upon classes. Will there be how will leveling work? And they said there won't be any classes in the way you think about it. You won't choose one at the start and stick to it forever. That being said, no classes does not mean no roles. There is going to be the Holy Trinity, so tank, heal, and DPS. And when it comes to leveling, we don't have a global character level, but we have skills, and those skills have a leveling system, So they will give more information about the roles and the skills and how they interact or how they don't interact at a later point. So in the near future, they're going to touch upon that. So basically, there isn't going to be where you level up from level 1 to level 100. That's what I'm getting from this vibe. So it's going to be different, which is interesting. So there's not going to be oh, I need to rush to max level, because it's not going to be it's not going to be the same. There's not going to be a global character level. So that's really, really interesting. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one. I'm going to be covering plenty more Pax Dei as soon as there's more news to cover. If you're interested in this game, please consider a like and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Have a most wonderful day. Cheers.